There we go. Hopefully it will see better. Like I said, I've got to really fine-tune some stuff with that, but, you know, you'll have that. So what are we doing? We're using Not Dead After All, and Grief. Double Thoughtseize our opponent. We've behind a body. We've also got Monkeys. We've got Thoughtseize, all great turn 1s. We've also, on the turn 2, we've got Bowmaster, Dauthi, Molten Collapse, and Terminate. Just great cards to deal with whatever our opponent's trying to do. On up at the 3, we've got the 4 Fable, great card advantage, also generates several bodies, and the fact that it blinks stuff really, really works well with what we're trying to do natively, which is blinking Grief, not blinking, but rather copying Grief. So we get another one that we can just shoot in there, but mostly we're about that enter the battlefield trigger on the Grief to Thoughtseize our opponent. Works really well with that. That's admittedly a very high ceiling, but the floor of you get a 2-drop, and more likely than not you're going to loot away your stuff, and they have to burn 2 removal spells to get rid of the token, and the saga itself is pretty good. Also, we've got Magus of the Moon. Doesn't get Besaged. It is a little bit more weak, but it is also a threat. It is a Blood Moon on legs, so it can attack and block, which is very relevant. And K-Command, sometimes you need that versatility. And then, of course, we've got the Grief. Technically a 4-drop. We're very rarely casting as such, but it does happen. And finally, the 2 Sheoldred. Fantastic card. Great against Yogg. Great against One Ring. With Yawgmoth, they have to either have an entire board to wipe to it, or they're paying, let's see, it's 5, so you're paying you're paying about 15 life because he pings. So she's a very, very hard for Yogg to burn out. And over in the side, we've got the 3 Leylines, 3 Blood Moon. I like those. 3 ofs. Leyline, great against any kind of graveyard deck. The Mirror, Living End, Murktide, all that sort of thing. Blood Moon, great against Titan, Tron, etc. Brotherhood's End, we've got to be able to deal with a bunch of small creatures, and that plus Wayline of the Void is a real beating for Yogg still. We don't have Fury, but that still gets it there. Also, Hitasugu Consumes All, see Brotherhood's End and Leyline for Yogg. Also fantastic against Hammer, just wiping their board, getting rid of all their stuff. The Yard, now that Lurrus is gone, not really as relevant, but it's still there. Pithy Needle, great catch-all, good against Yogg, good against things with activated abilities. Cursed Totem, good against Yogg, pretty much it. Ease, great in general, and 3 Chalice because Cascade decks can be rough, except for Living In, but we have Dauthis and Leylines for that. Though grant, having that extra piece, because most of our creature removal is kinda dead. So, that is the list. Not really a whole lot to it. I mean, it's scam. Like, you've all seen it. You've all seen it. And making sure we quick everything all nice and pretty. We are on the play, everybody. Keep. I do hate that we have to give up our Molten Collapse on this one, but then again, we're like scamming in a Grief, turn 1, 7 card. If you have Monkey as a follow-up, you know, sometimes it is good to be good, you know? Like hitting for 6, getting a treasure token. You know, if we're against Murktide, we get lucky, get like a Preordain or something, you know, we're off to the races. So, let's see, let's play that, and let them know what we're about. Alright, stack that like so. So, first one. Okay, well, that, which I do kind of hate, but we have to. It is going to be a little bit tougher, considering this is Cascade, but yeah, I think we got to take the Shardless. Our Blood Moon effects are looking a little dead here, though. But, you know, if we could steal this game 1, That's great. And the fact it is rhinos, that is a little bit of a tougher one for us. Alright, well. Alright. Attack with all. Alright, and Wooded Foothills hitting the bin for them. Alright, and another way in, not really what we want to see. How do we want to do this? Alright, yeah, let's just go red. Let's dash the monkey. And, make them burn the fire ice. Yep. They could tap down our grief, which I would not hate. But I think they're going to go 1-1. I feel like that's the safest bet. Okay. Yeah, that's what I figured. But that's fine. Alright, got him down to 9. And we're probably going to fetch out a... I'll fetch a swamp, just to be safe. So we've got the Misty, the Steam Vents, and the Fire Ice all out of hand. So, Mutavault, unknown. Alright. Yeah, Bowmasters, not the best, but, you know, we'll go ahead and we'll hit them. Yeah, we'll shock in. I think they're going to... Not entirely sure what they're going to do here. I'm hoping they're going to draw a card so we can Bowmaster ping them for lethal. Okay, so they're going for that double value off Mutavault. They fire it up to itself. Swamp. Okay, yeah, and we've got lethal now. You know what? Nah. Let's go ahead. Let's swing in and let's force them to do this. That way when they're all nice and tapped out, like they're gonna have to have subtlety in order to not die. Alright. Bowmaster. Alright. And there we go. Cheesed him out. Game 1. That's what we're about. Alright. K-Command, kind of mid, as is Magus. Hidasugu is pretty cool. I like that in this matchup. Dauthi is big game. Fatal Push is fine. Bolt is a little bit more mid overall. I do like Thoughtseize. Monkey's vulnerable, but I guess it's not the worst, though. Alright, let's see. We bring in the EEs. We bring in the Chalices. We bring in the EEs. One more cut. Yeah, okay. Run it like that. And that is the power of Scam. Like, Rhinos is really not the greatest matchup for us. And we were just able to cheese them that first game. Like, we just had a lot of hate. And, you know, sometimes that's all you need. Is just to be as hateful as possible. You know, I don't hate this, so I'm going to keep... We have Dauthi, which is very big game against them. And the fact that we're going to Monkey means they're more likely to burn their removal on it. Because Monkey is a big threat for them. I just haven't. Sorry. Sorry, opponent. And we get to see if Monkey connects. If Monkey connects, that's big. I'm really, really hoping they kind of subtlety this. That way I can shock in. And Dauthi. Alright. Subtlety, maybe? No. They're gonna just kill it. Which is probably smart. They probably ought not subtlety it, because we're just gonna dash it. But then again, they could technically time walk us, but, you know. Yeah, alright. They might tap it down, which is also, in my opinion, valid. Alright. Land. Alright, so they're not going for the tap down play. They're just gonna kill it if they've got it. Alright, combat. Okay. And now we're gonna Dauthi, which is gonna make their rhinos look a little less, you know, good. This could get subtlety, because they do want to... Okay, that's fine. That means we're very likely going to be able to... Yeah, we'll put that on top, because we've got another land. We've got a lot of good stuff. We're going to shock in. They're very likely... They're very, very priced into... Ooh. Maybe Blood Moon effects would have been good, but I just generally don't like it against Teamer Rhinos. Let's start off with the Thoughtseize. Get the Rhino tokens out of their hand now. Okay. So they've got another subtlety, but they're gonna... Okay. Mm-hmm. And if they don't do anything, I'm kind of fine just, One could argue we should have taken out the Bowmasters, but... If we could get another land, Yeah, I think we just have to be disciplined here. Okay, red-green. They're still holding up. Yuck. Is what it is, though. Man, I do hate going low, but at the same time, it's like we really need to be able to hold that up. Draw more cards. Draw more cards. Alright. So they realize they gotta go now. Mm-hmm. And then we're gonna quick through all this, because technically we only know about the subtlety. Sorry, opponent. Yep. And then hit him. Alright, and then we'll see if they've got another one. Okay, it doesn't look like they've... At least they didn't have anything to pitch to it, so that's good. And the fact that we've got a clock is pretty good. One that they have to kill. Like, because they can't block it. I'm hoping they draw two. That would be cool. for me. Alright, so not another land drop. I hate that for our poor opponent, but... Another land for us. That means double Dauthi is very much on the menu. Yeah, let's swing. I mean, if they fire up and block, that's... Fine. Sadly... Okay, I mean, yeah, it dies. I really didn't see Dismember. That's good tech. I like that. Put him to 10. Dauthi. And this might bait the subtlety. It does, so one card in hand. That means it's more than likely a Cascader. Let's... I hate to, but let's bottom it. Alright. Okay, so there we go. And they... So there we are. I mean, it could be another Cascader. If it is, it is. Okay, land cycle. Okay. Yep, there comes Shardless. Alright, yeah, this is where things are getting a little bit tricky, but, you know. Okay, I think we have to discard this. I think we need another... Yes. Okay, well... Unfortunately, Grief not really going to do anything here, but that's fine. I do think we have kind of lost this one, unfortunately. Like, them just having that subtlety right when they needed it, and the pitch for it, that was huge. Like, the... But that's kind of their thing. Mm-hmm. And, yeah, we're just dead. Sadly, like, I was hoping to draw something there, because if we had drawn an EE, we simply drop it, swing in. Alright, yeah. We submit. Oh, Hitasugu consumes all would have been great, too. Like, drop the Hitasugu, pass, take the hit, exile the yard so they can't Murktide. That would have been great, but... That is the thing with Rhinos. They do have this up... There's just a lot of redundancy. Because of that, they are able to draw in what they need. Again, I don't think it's fair that Living In gets that redundancy, not being at all a fair deck. But Rhinos does have its weaknesses. Like, as you saw, like that, they had to fight tooth and nail to keep those Dauthis off the field. Like, if one of those had stuck, you know, like we Undying it, my god, they're just hosed. Like, they are dead in the water. Because they can't beat multiple copies of Rhinos like that. They're not getting it as Del Fuel for their Murktide. And we make more Rhinos than they do at that point. But we're on the play, so that does give us quite a few things. Like, obviously, yeah, I mean, they could just have it all. Like, that's the thing. Like, you can't play around them having everything. Is how I look at it. So, let's go ahead and... Okay, perfect. We get to scam a Grief, and we're just really looking for a land now. I mean, I generally am not a big fan of one-landers, and if they mulligan... Okay, they do begin with 7. Alright. And, Terminate. So... we have to take Endurance. Not dead after all. They're gonna get to fix their mana no matter what, so I'm gonna take the Crashing Footfalls. That seems like a good one. That way they don't have any, like, late game presence coming. And if we top deck another land, I'm gonna slam that Dauthi. Alright. Okay. That is rough, admittedly, but... Let's E on 0 and say go. And we're just gonna hope we top deck another land. They could get a Fire Ice and hose us. I mean, if they do, they do. There's not really a whole lot we can do. That said, if we get another Scam effect, that's pretty good too. But I'm really hoping for... Okay. So... Perfection. Let's just go ahead and crack it now. Encourage them to cycle if they've got it. So yeah, that's pretty big. Oh, that is amazing. All right, and then we just hold that up forever. All right, so that was good. No fuel for the Murktide. Yeah, I'm thinking we're gonna scam Dauthi more likely than not, or crack it. We're just hoping they don't Fire Ice. Fire Ice here is rough, but we are putting them to 4, and if we get to untap with this Dauthi, we're very, very good. Alright, Bowmasters. Yeah, let's do it. Let's force it. Let's force it. Alright, so... How do we want to handle this? That means they're more likely than not have it again. Let's see what their exile's looking like. Okay, so that's Gorian, Crashing Footfalls.
It's business, that's all it is.
Alright, let's go ahead and let's connect with Grief. So one Gorian revealed, okay. Alright, I mean, they're gonna get this, which is fine. Okay. Alright. Alright, so... And if we get another one, I'm going to do it again. Yeah, but that's fine. Alright, so they've got one in hand. And I'm gonna hold back, just because I would like to untap and reload on rhinos myself. Alright, so they're down to 5. And realistically, any kill spell, like, kind of breaks this. Alright, the Seiju. They do have a lot of free things they can do. Okay. Let's see, what's the worst free thing they could have? All right. Alright, so Island. Probably a big Murktide. Okay, yeah, they're digging bad for something. Oh, nice. That said, a monkey off the top would do it for us. Yeah, they gotta do it now. Yeah, we don't have it, so whap. But they have to have another one now. And we're just playing that long game. I would like to have another land at some point, deck, but that's fine. I mean, I feel like with 5 cards, this Dauthi is not very likely to live, but we've also got the EE. Okay. Yeah, and let's see, we ate 2... There's 3 crashing footfalls. So that was good. We took down rhinos. That was a fun game. And, ugh. I think I got a mulligan that. Okay, this I can keep a little bit better. I'm gonna put back the... Yeah, I think I'm gonna put back the Dauthi. And we'll see what they're doing. Watery Grave. Thoughtseize makes this hand rough. Yep, it's Thoughtseize. But we do get a Thoughtseize back, and if we draw a land, we're very well off. I think they have to take the Undying effect. Or actually take the Grief. Take the Grief, and just hope we fade on another one, because we've got more Undying effect. Okay, that's right. We have more Undying effects than we do Grief. So that tells me this is Death Shadow. Rough matchup for us. You know... Sometimes magic is hard. Ah. I think I take their way to rebuild. And, their Bolt and Sego. We have a Bolt and a Thoughtseize, so... I don't really know what opponent's on here. Alright. Okay. So Thoughtseize unknown. Not liking no lands against this deck, but yeah, we'll put him to 11 and see if the luck of Grixis, or the luck of Scam can smile upon us. Okay, Bauble. Alright. I mean, they know what we're drawing. Hopefully it's a land. Alright, they Thoughtseize. I think they take our Thoughtseize. Sheoldred looking a little ambitious on one land. Alright. Land, they're at... Ooh, very low, their opponent. Alright. So, Hellbent. Alright, they do get another card. Okay. So, there we go. Have we scammed out Grixis control? Alright, Death Shadow. DRC. You know, I think I'm just going to pass and see what they do. They have to attack, which is good for us. Okay, yeah, they force to attack. They don't have a blocker, and we just get them. That was a game. Let's see. Death Shadow, I really want Hitasugu. Consumes all. I'm not a big fan of Thoughtseize in this matchup. At all. Like, I think it's very middling. What do we want? I think we bring in another Blood Moon effect. They do have a weak mana base, although they are base red. And EEs. Yeah, right like that. Just have, like, no bad top decks, really. Okay, we've got interaction. We've got pitch fodder for days. I'm gonna keep. We're up a game. I think the unblockable and the fact we police their yard with Dauthi is really, really key here. Alright, they do cycle. Lowering their life total already. They bobble. Probably... Okay, they bobble target themselves, setting up for something they need. Or at least looking for it. And also, like, in case we get the scam, we are ready. Alright, they do draw. And... Okay, EE... yeah, let's say go. No turn 1 scam out of us, I'm afraid. Though they probably removed their Thoughtseize effects too, like they are a little bit middling in this matchup. They are close to Delirium, which is not nothing. Not nothing at all. They bobble again. And we'll see what they do here. I'm kind of hoping they, Monkey, ooh. Alright, let's push it. Get rid of it now. Okay. They are going to draw another card. They don't have Delirium yet, so that's pretty key for us. Okay. Yeah, let's go ahead. Let's shock it in. And Dauthi. Okay, they are very likely... Okay, they're looking for a way to kill this. Or they're just wanting to get stuff out of their hand they don't want us... Oh, they're Stern Scolding it. Okay. Okay, okay. I think we're going to try and stick another Dauthi. Again, the unblockable is gigantic here, as well as policing the yard. Alright, DRC. I might be inclined if we draw another black card. Okay. Alright, if they've got the Spell Pierce here, that's big for them. Okay. And there we go. Took down Grixis Shadow. Very good, very good. Still really liking this. You know, I mean, I still think it's a hair too early to be like, yeah, this is it. This is the deck. I would love to play first. Let's look at what we got. We're on the play. We do have Thoughtseize. We've got a... I'm gonna keep. I know this is a little bit mid against some decks, but I think this just has enough high upside where we're on the play, especially with our opponent mulliganing. Alright, so... Okay. And we do get off that all-important turn 1 Thoughtseize. And it is Burn. Okay. That is going to be a rougher one. I really didn't want to Thoughtseize there. But we are going to get to drop a Dauthi. Actually, I think we're going to hold up the Dauthi. I think we're going to do something like, probably Bowmasters. So we got that. Oh my god, opponent. These just out of control burn plays. Sheoldred! More land! Yeah, we've got a ways before we have to worry about it. I do think we're going to be dropping Bowmasters. Okay, so it's Helix plus. Okay. Alright, and then we're going to Undying Evil it back if they kill it. Because I think we're very advantaged if... Alright. And if we can get a Helix under there and snap it off, like that is enormous game. Okay. Griftbolt going to suspend. Land? Yeah, I think we just gotta go ahead. We gotta turn Dauthi sideways. We just have to get our damage in. We're just gonna hope we get the, Yeah, they're going face. I think that's correct. I think that's the correct thing to do. Alright, and then we're just gonna speed up that clock. Alright, yeah, we're just gonna pile on the pain. If this Ragavan connects and we get an untapped Sheoldred, I think that's lights out. Yeah, I think we gotta let it go. We have Sheoldred in hand. You know, like, that is a pretty enormous game. Okay. Yeah, and they're doing that desperately trying to stabilize. My god, if we get, like, another land, like... Alright, so those are gone. One wooded, one unknown, so the most they can deal is 4. Pitch that. Helix is our face. Bolt's our face. In that case, we'll Undying Evil here. Sacrifice Dauthi. And we'll Helix them back. Put them back to 10. Alright. And then, run out Ragavan. Okay, that was good. That was a clutch one, everybody. Alrighty then. But we don't want Thoughtseize, even though that did kind of help us. I don't really want to deal damage to myself. I think we want that. I don't think Chalice on 1 hurts them. Blood Moon doesn't hurt them. What are we bringing in? I guess we leave in a Thoughtseize as just pitch. You know? See how that does for us. I mean, they're gonna bring in Sanctifiers and the like. If that had been a land. Okay. Alright, we're just gonna hope that they don't have it. I mean, they could. Alright, Swifty. Getting in. EE is a great one. And then we get to EE on 2 next turn for their nonsense. Alright. But we are lower than them, and that's rough. Ooh, Eidolon. I didn't expect that out of Burn. Sorry there, opponent. We're gonna have to take 2 here, you know. Kinda is what it is, and they might just run over top of us because of this. You know, they dome us for 2. And, yeah, it looks like they're just going mono red here. Alright, they suspend a Rift Bolt. They put us down. Alright. Going real low here, but it is what it is. Yep. We might be just done, but you know, it happens. Yep. Yep. They might have it here. If they do, they do. Yep, that was great. Ah, well. That happens with Burn, but we're on the play, so I like that. God, that Thoughtseize sucked that last game. That was horrible. But what else would we bring in? Like, Blood Moon doesn't do anything. I genuinely don't know. You know, like, that happens. I mean, that sometimes, like, I don't think Burn's like a completely brain-dead deck. I think it does take a lot of subtlety to play well. But to play it all, it isn't that complicated. Like, as you saw, like, they just fire spell at face win. And that happens, I mean. I think our misplay was we should have evoked the Grief to stabilize. We didn't have the Sheoldred in hand, though. Like, Sheoldred, that last turn, if they can't kill us, then we start gaining life while depleting theirs. And when all of your burn spells are effectively, the first one is only dealing 1, that's a big problem. That's a massive problem for burn. But we're gonna hop back in. We're gonna see if we can't get there. We're gonna see. Oh. Yes. Peeperooski. I mean, I hate that I have to pitch the not dead after all, but I mean, like, it is what it is. I mean, like, if they want to give up their ability to do anything... Okay, so... Yeah, I think we can do that. Not dead after all. Okay, well, we catch the League. I don't think... They were still in it. I was gonna take the... Admittedly, like, the Rolling Vortexes were looking mighty anemic all of a sudden. 2 mana do nothing. It's not really what you want in Burn, but they didn't know about the Sheoldred in hand and the 3 and the 2 other lands, so we just needed to hit 1 after, like, a couple draws. It is what it is. We're on the draw. Opponent did mulligan. This hand isn't doing anything super duper spectacular. We do have the upside if we can scam them. We've got enough lands, but at the same time, I think we could take a mole ourselves. Okay. Okay, this is fine. I'm gonna put back a Blood Crypt. And we're just gonna see what opponents got over there. Okay. Oh boy. Okay, Molten Collapse is always a great draw. Let's fetch Shock. Blood Crypt. I mean, this could be some kind of weird burn deck. Probably not, so I think it's pretty okay to do this. So let's see. Evoke trigger goes off. Let's see what we're up against, shall we? So take the push. Undying Evil. Take the counter spell and say go. I mean, they do have Sheoldred coming down. They're probably a one ring deck, but so we got that. So unknown. Okay. I feel like they're gonna push this. That's the only reason I could... Okay. Ooh, we get that. Huge. And I think, like, when they snap theirs off, we go ahead and do the same ourselves. And, yeah, let's go ahead. Let's fetch now. Get that swamp. Watery Grave, Sheoldred, unknown in hand. Fatal Push. Go ahead and put opponent low. They're shocking in. All right. Sheoldred, coming now to play. That's fine. Flats. All right, so opponents at an effective 4. Preordaining. That's probably good for them. You know, I would have loved to have drawn a third land to hold up a Not Dead After All, just to, yep. All right, end. Okay, land, I'm gonna go ahead and get a Blood Crypt. Yeah, let's shock in. All right, so arrange. Okay, we do it like that. Oh, that's beautiful. Okay, unfortunately, we do not have a Bowmaster to really punish this line from them. The Thoughtseize, they're gonna need another creature to block. Alright, well. That was amazing. You know, it's gonna be... Not the biggest fan of push. Well, I guess push does kill Sheoldred. We're on the draw, which does make things a hair trickier. The question is, what do we want? They don't really play in the yard. I think Blood Moon effects are good. I think we want our own Sheoldred, because they're very likely a Blood Moon deck. Or a Blood Moon deck. A One Ring deck. So, you know, what do we want here? Molten Collapse, just, my god, that card. That card was a house and a half. I think we can cut a monkey. And bring in a Blood Moon. Maybe we cut down to just 2 monkeys. Bring in 2 Blood Moons. Try it like that, because they're not a very basic heavy deck, and we just lock them out with Blood Moon. You know, like, they can't really push a Blood Moon. Okay, I like this. Keep. We're on the draw, but we've got a lot of pit fodder. Terminate not looking spectacular. The island, not great for us, but with the Blood Moon plan. Alright, let's Thoughtseize. Damnation, One Ring, Orcish Bowmasters. No black mana, though. Counterspell. They do have a Murktide, and they will be able to cast it under a Blood Moon. Nothing we can do about that. So, I'm kind of thinking... Counterspell. Exile. Bowmasters and Sego. We are looking for another black source ourselves before we just jam this down their throat. Now let's get that counterspell out. Ooh, we get monkey. Let's see, what do we get? What do we get? Eh. And let's see what they drop here. Okay, so... Ew. Yeah, let's try this, and then we'll drop monkey. They're very incentivized to One Ring here, I feel like. So I'm hoping they get greedy and, Alright, so that's fine. Okay, so that will screw them off black. Okay, yep, they do One Ring, like I thought. Yep. Alright, yeah, we'll do this one. Done. Doesn't do anything. Blood Moon. There we go. So, yep, One Ring, that is going to draw them a lot of cards. Unfortunately, I don't really have anything to police it right now. They can drop a Murktide. It's not going to be the best Murktide ever was, but it is a Murktide, and that is a very big deal. Alright, so they're going to basic here, getting a Swamp. Not a fan, but hey. Oh, they get an Island? Archmages? Steal our monkey? And you know, it might have just slipped away from us here. If it did, it did. I mean, we got game 1, so we're going to try and pull it out game 3. Yep, there comes the Murktide. Only a 5/5 though, so... And the flood continues. We'll stay back. The problem is they are going to eventually reset this One Ring. They're very likely going to reset it now. If they don't, I feel like this one has kind of slipped from us. Okay. Alright, yeah, let's go ahead. Collapse the Murktide? And, yeah, we'll go ahead. We'll basically throw the token away here. Force them to block. Yep, they do. And we're really hoping we get something, like I said, if they don't reset this One Ring soon. Putting them down, okay, yep, there we go. That's probably lights out. Alright, so they always have a full grip. Yep, that's... likely means another One Ring is coming. Yeah, I think it's getting to the point where we just can't deal. Like they drop a Sheoldred or another One Ring. That said, if we get like a Molten Collapse, hit them for a bunch. If they don't drop another one, they just die. Yeah, because we hit them for 6, they would die. Yep, and there it comes, doing what it does best, resetting, being a very unfair Magic card. Oh my lord. That said, we do get to walk them out of black mana soon. I don't like that they have protection, but we are going to get to do some fun things soon, I hope. Yeah, if this gets countered, we're just dead. Alright, yeah, we'll do that on their instep this time, just to have as many things coming in. They might have another One Ring, you know, that's very possible. The stall tactics of that card, but, you know, we are, we're fighting through this remarkably well. Yep, there's the swamp. There's their Bowmaster. Yep. Yep. All right. Yeah, I don't see that we're getting there. Yeah, let's just go ahead and concede. We bricked too many times. We drew 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 lands. And that was just too much. Yeah, Blood Moon's still good. I do think cutting down for a monkey, they are kind of insulated against it, just being a 2-color deck. So, yeah, we'll try it like this. Yep, we'll keep. That's a little bleh. Okay, I'll keep this. And this is really going to... Ooh, and they mold a 5. That's pretty great for us, not gonna lie. We have Sheoldred in hand. We've got things to do up the curve, except for 2, but... what can you do, really? Put him to that old turn 1 monkey test, one of my favorite tests in Magic the Gathering. Okay, that's fine. That is fine by me. It looks like we're gonna get to turn 2 a Fable, which is big. That is just a lot of... really just a lot of great stuff. As much as I'd love to, alas. Yep. There we go. Multiple bodies, really hard for them to deal with on turn 2 like this. Alright. And we're going to be making, like, if they don't do something, that's a bunch of treasures. Okay. I mean, yeah, now's the time. Yes. Would love to. Come to 14. And there we go. We start punishing them for playing Magic, basically. They could edict away our Sheoldred. That would suck. You know, I'm hoping they fade, and then we get to hold up our Not Dead After All forever. Okay, that's further down on life total. All right. So we gain, that flips. Alright. And, well, attack with all, push into the red. And it's going to be very hard for them to make us sack something. So, Sheoldred. There we go. I mean, we've put on like a like I said, we put on a Quinnic with this one today. We're on the play. We're not doing anything super crazy, but we've just got a lot of impactful cards up on the curve. Keep. I'm gonna keep it. This is a very mid-range hand, but this is also going to demand interaction from our opponent at all points. We could sculpt our mana base if need be, so... And we'll just let them determine what we're doing. We'll get a swamp if they present something... Alright. We'll get a swap if they present something that warrants that. If not, we've got Dauthi turned sideways. We're getting thought. Ooh, preordained. Turn one preordained like that. That tells me it's another control deck, I would imagine. I'm gonna get a swamp, just because if we do top deck the Blood Moon effect, like, we're so far ahead. Let's get a threat down and kind of let them dictate. We show that we can double spell next turn. Esper. Okay, they prismatic. That makes me think it's a more controlling list. I'm probably gonna drop green. I mean, this does open us up to, like, several things, but it also, like, opens us up to the possibility of, like, because we could pitch that Thoughtseize kind of safely. And this is going to eat 2 cards from their hand. So, I like that. And if we draw another land, like... I'm not gonna lie, like, I'm... Okay. Snappy. Okay. Prismatic. Okay, that's fine. Esper control, huh? Alright, I'm gonna get... Yes, we'll pitch Thoughtseize Fable. Alright, yeah, let's do this. So, evoke. Okay, it dies. Sheoldred. And yeah, this could just be one of those where we do stumble a bit. They are going to get that Battered Skull, but again, we've got a way to deal with it. So this is just old school Esper control. That's neat, though. I do like that. This is going to be a... But this Sheoldred is a punishing card for them. Like, the fact that this is going to put them to 12, they've got to block her when they can? Like, that's big. Like, Sheoldred just eating away at them. Slowly but surely. Okay. Whips. Yeah, we just keep on piling on. They're forced to block. I don't know that I agree with that, opponent. All right. I'm hoping they tap out for this Batter Skull. And they do. Batter Skull coming down. Yep. Punish. Punish again, and yeah, just got there on the solid mid-range game plan, everybody. Oh god, you love to see it, don't you? Wayline of the Void would hurt them, but I don't know if it hurts them enough. Obviously, when you can turn to a Fable, things are turned, like the pendulum of victory has swung very hard in your favor. I like Magus, I like K-Command, I love Thoughtseize, Push, Bolt, bring in Blood Moon. Monkey is still a powerhouse card, but I think... Okay, we'll try it like this. So, yeah, really, really good. They could Wayline the Void us, so I don't know how into the scam I am. Like, if we get a killer set that has a scam in it, that is like land, monkey, Dauthi, grief, Thoughtseize. Let's see. Land, monkey, Dauthi. Land, monkey, Dauthi, Thoughtseize, grief, undying effect. Yeah, I would keep that. I'd keep that in this matchup. Though it is cool to see someone putting it in with Esper still. Like, I love Esper. That's one of my favorite color combos. Like a color combo that inherently lends itself to fair interactive magic. I love it. Same with Grixis, although Grixis can get a little degen, a little bit. But, you know, like those kind of like just fair black, blue, X interactive decks, I love them. We're on the draw, but this doesn't do anything, so let's mull. Yeah, we'll keep. We'll put back that one. Done. I think we're just gonna go... We'll see what we draw. Like, we could draw a Thoughtseize, and then suddenly this hand's cracked. You know, we Thoughtseize them. Okay. They preordain. Kind of figured. Also, Monkey's good. Like, that does force them to blow interaction. Basically, anything that makes them do what they don't want to do is solid in my book. Yeah, let's just play it tapped. Say go. And then, I think we, even if it's into a counter spell, I think we just throw the, I just think we throw Dauthi out there. That way we can untap K-Command next turn. On their turn, that is. Yeah, I'm gonna do this our turn just to kind of run them out of things they can do. I mean, they could Shadow of it out. And we'll bring out Dauthi to play. I think Dauthi is very dead here. You know, I'm hoping it's dead and not exiled, though. That's obviously the hope. because then we just pick it up with a K command, or at least attempt it, force them to do something about it, and then we just windmill slam Fable while they're tapped out. You know, we might not get here to the second game. That feels like kind of how it's been. That tells me this is getting something or other. Something or other that's going to exile it, but... I mean, you're going to have those. And realistically, if we turn this sideways, that's also fine. They might get a blue source. Okay, it looks like they're playing around our Blood Moon effects, which they have to. Like, I think it's our best card against them. Yep. The Raveler of Time himself. Cast, okay. They discard Kill Teferi. Okay, that feels fine. They could Teferi again. Again, I don't think that is horrible against Scam. I don't think that's horrible at all. Yeah, and they would be able to eat the Blood Moon. So, it's... Okay, yeah, alright. Well, Blood Moon doesn't do anything now. Probably gonna get Batter Skull. Ooh, Cauldra. They do have Counterspell to protect. Yeah, let's do this. Dauthi, and I think we just put him to that Counterspell test. They have 5 in hand. We gotta put him to it. You know, like, we're not gonna get there by not doing this. And they pass. Sad. Big sad, but, so, Esper Stoneforge, huh? Yeah, I would tap the black mana, leave up Counterspell to protect, if it were me. Come on. Yep. Out comes Cauldra to play. You might as well turn sideways, opponent, and start clocking us, because it's not happening otherwise. Oh. Well, that is not very good for us. I don't really have a great way to deal with this Cauldra, so things are looking bleak, but we're not out of this yet. We might be out of this, folks. But we have game 3 to pick it up if it comes down to it, so. Red. Do you have a force? You don't. Okay, cool. So I feel better. I mean, we're going to take the hit from it. We have to. They're insulated from Blood Moon perfectly. I think control of the game has firmly slipped away from us. Okay. Fine. I'm fine with you doing that. Okay, so only 2 in hand. They are going lower. We're going very low. Oh god, Wayline Binding. I don't like that. I'm hoping, because these redraws are our best shot of getting out. I think we leave Mount Doom if we get something else, just because if we drop a... Yeah, it's got trample, so... Oh, it doesn't. Okay, it's just first strike. I think we'll take the hit for now. Alright. And... Yes. These two. Flooded. Alright. Now that we know what they're about, did we change anything? We want the bolts now, and the monkeys. Blood Moon is looking less good. Yeah, I think we just keep our core game plan. Like, we just really want to be able to kill or disrupt their hand. We want to be able to kill their Stoneforge or disrupt their hand from it. And, you know, like, if they do get us, they get us. So, like, I don't think we can ask for much. We got 4-1 with the deck. And it's really good. You know, would we like the trophy? Duh. But... I mean, some days you just don't. You just don't get there. And Snapcaster decks are strangely well positioned for that. And it is actually... I'm never going to complain about losing to a deck that's actually fun. That is actually fun to play against. Never going to complain about that. Okay, so... Keep. I think we can kind of be a little aggressive. Do I want to? I kind of... Yeah, I think I do. I mean, shock. We're not really splashing for anything. Thoughtseize. Yeah, and then we, like, shock Bowmasters on their instep, so we get a full turn cycle. You know, I like that. And, like, lest we forget, sometimes they do just have it. So they preordained, kind of figured they would. Alright, so we've got a lot to deal with, a lot. Alright. And, say go. If they do present a Stoneforge, I think I'm more likely to collapse it than I am anything else. Alright, so... There we go. Sheoldred the Apocalypse, you don't say. Alright, so I think I found the way forward. Okay, so 3 knowns, 1 unknown. Wow, they're back to a full grip, but, you know, they're under pressure and we're not. If they just straight up kill this, I'm going to K-command it back. Okay, land. Yeah, let's get a Blood Crypt. No. Alright, well. Yeah, and we'll say go. I think we're going to K-command on their instep no matter what. Just to put them low and put their hand under pressure. We're kind of not about the Blood Moon life right now. Kind of not about that Blood Moon life currently. Alright. So, odds of countering is low. Yeah, I think that's fine. Yeah, let's do this and force it. We're tapped out, but... this is multiple things they have to deal with. Just that cascading advantage that I do so enjoy. And it's going to really put a lot of stress on their hand, too. We've got them to 10. And we'll see what we draw. I'm kind of feeling dropping the Fable. Plus, I'd really like to have a Thoughtseize. Oh, and that's Creeping Tarpit out of their hands. So they have 4 unknowns. They could disenchant off Esper Command. That's a thing. All right, opponent. Aha, so that's kind of big game for us. Big gain there. I think we're going to lose this pretty soon. I feel like that's likely. And we'll see what we draw. I would love to go Thoughtseize, drop another Fable after we crash in with this token. Okay. So... alright. I would love to draw... okay. Well. Attack with all. How do we want to handle? Yeah, I think it's too valuable to lose currently, so... cast, yep. There. I think, like, just the loss of cards from them. Okay, so they push. They lose that. Anyway... we hit them and say go. We're gonna fetch on their instep. Probably get another red source. All right, Godless, Grave, Unknown in hand. Yeah, let's go ahead. Let's go to 13. Like, we have them on a clock, and they don't have us on one. Okay. Ooh, Bowmaster, our Bowmaster. Spicy opponent. They just have a land. But then we're kind of hosed. Yeah, I like that. Yep. Alright, and then I think we just go for the higher upside play. They're very much back on... They're on their back foot here. Like I said, if we can get something... okay. Okay. Alright, so... a land means... Okay, did they didn't. Okay. Yes. Done. Eh. Grief. Yep. And, yeah, they just have to go run a runner. We get to just sit back and do our thing. I was gonna say, I'm wide open, opponent. Whips. Alright, yeah. Sheoldred. Yeah, and I think this might lock it up. Sheoldred triggers. And if they don't exile it, we're going to Undying it. So yeah, just grind them down. 5-0, everybody. 5-0 with Scam. What can I say? Fantastic. Let's see what we got and talk about the deck. That was phenomenal. Phenomenal. Love it. Love to see it. Let's see. Let's go ahead. Let's start opening these one at a time, as we do. Okay. Not much, but... Okay, we got 2 free leagues. So what do we learn? I mean, the deck just has grind now. I feel like... Okay. I feel like we just have such grind with all those cards. Like, just being able to scam Dauthi and stuff. Okay. Okay. That might be one of those cards. I'll have to run this through and see if we got anything. I know I've got that wooded I need to sell. Okay. Yeah, not much so far. You know, like I said, that's why we open them one at a time. But just the grind of Scam's what really got me. Like, just the immense power that it has. I still wonder if they got the wrong elemental. I still really think that. Still really get that vibe, everybody. I don't know why. Okay, I mean... Alright, let's see. More. Okay, so we're... not much, but, you know. Still, it only takes one to really turn it around. Not much value today, but you're gonna have those. Like I said, I just mostly do this part for the content. And let's see, last one. What are we getting? Probably not much, but hey. He might be worth a little bit. People do like that weird deck. But yeah, I mean, that was great. Like, that was a fantastic league, wasn't it? Like, I mean, we 5-0'd.